This is a pitch for one of the largest software companies in the world, and we won the pitch. I think it was over $500,000 deal. So this is how we win business. We put a lot of effort into it. If you watch some of my other videos, I talk about how we have a 2-person team. One person is the salesperson, the other person is the subject matter expert. I like to take the subject matter expert from operations, usually someone who's a T-shaped marketer, very strategic, very eloquent, good with customers, bring them over and make a pod team. So I got the salesperson and then I've got the subject matter expert. We like to do a table of contents just so the customer knows what we're gonna be talking about, how long each is gonna be, confirm their hard stop, and make sure that we keep the tempo of our conversation so that we get to the pricing slides before the end. Because of that, it usually takes about 30 slides per hour. This deck has like 50 slides, so we took an hour and a half to 2 hours with the customer. But because they're a massive publicly traded company, that made sense. We had a vision slide to kind of show them what we're gonna do for them and how. Usually we do this in more paragraph format compared to this example, which is more designed. Notice all the design of this pitch is in their own branding. This is not an RFP pitch. This is a form fill pitch. Someone filled out our form. We wanna win their business. I always assume they're talking to 2 other competitors and they're the best in the world. I never think it's a bad competitor or a weak competitor. I'm going up against the 2 best agencies in the world. I'm assuming they have better pricing, better terms, and I am going to win by just being better at my craft and demonstrating more value. And I'm gonna close them at a higher rate with more valuable terms to myself, and I'm going to win this business. And I'm gonna do that through a hard pitch. So first, we're going to notice not much about ourselves, right? There wasn't like 14 slides talking about how many awards we've won, talking about how great we are. At this stage in our growth, we kind of just assume you know we're the best. The more we have to tell you that we're the best, the less you might believe us. So we're gonna get right into the work in this case and show you what the value is. Now, before we were at this size, we always showed our results and stuff in the beginning and a lot about us. Now I try to get right into them. These are also specific slides. This is a template. There's not many template slides in here. This is a specific slide. So when I say a specific slide, it's a slide that is still templatized, but with specific information and copy to them. So it's still a template in the sense that I have this layout with the laptop and stuff, but it's not a template in the sense that all the copy is unique to them, as well as the screenshots, as well as what we're highlighting. And then we do try to bring it to life. Like we found that keywords, including the term software, result in a cost per marketing qualified lead of $400 lower than the account average. However, impression share and click share are below 10%. That is an inefficiency. That's a huge value prop. And we've already identified that for them at the 8th slide. So it's early value in this pitch, and I've got your attention. From there, we are talking about not only search, but now SEO. So we're essentially cross-integrating and cross-selling you at this point to show how SEO and paid media can work together. Tactically, we're doing that not only because it's helpful for our customer, and we do believe it'll drive them better results, but also selfishly, we're doing it to grow our average order value, increase our stickiness, and retain the customer and get them better results. We're using some third-party tools here like SpyFu just to show the competitive landscape. We're looking at things that are a little more high level, which is like, okay, you're advertising for commercial intent, but the SERP has informational intent. Or hey, you have informational intent on a search engine results page, you need commercial intent. So we're trying to stay a little bit strategic and macro, because we're most likely talking to a director or a VP or a CMO right now. And frankly, they don't know, like they aren't in the ad account. They know what the ad account is supposed to do, but they don't know maybe what bid management style should be employed, nor do they care. So it's this balance of like being very specific and making the current person on the other side of the call who may or may not be managing their advertising or their marketing not look bad, but also show that they need you. And that's a healthy little juggling act and balance. Like you can't just be like, you're crap, everything you do is stupid, but you also have to say like, wow, you know, like we did find some exciting opportunities. Now we are doing great in these 3 campaigns, and we love what you're doing here and here, but you know, we do see some opportunities over here. And you need to find that line of like value creation without putting people down or making them feel bad about themselves. And then we want to get into more the macro, like how are your advertising being consumed? What devices are they on, right? We're seeing web experiences resulting in nearly 4 times cost per conversion when compared to desktop. So like mobile's not working, yet a large amount of budget's going to mobile, right? So kind of more macro level things, but calling them out and really proving our value with specific screenshots. And I can guarantee you on this pitch, we were not the cheapest. We did not have the best terms, but we did win because we worked the hardest to demonstrate our value in the sales process. Here's our next section. So we're talking about paid social, which was obviously a need in our initial call. Once again, we got access to their LinkedIn, their Facebook, and we're doing a ton of audits once again. Really, the whole thing here is to show our value and also like sell our methodology and our approach. So you can see here we're doing manual verification. We're only using first-party data. We don't do paid social advertising like everyone else. We have a saying here at Directive that whenever you're selling, you want to sell different, not sell that you're better. So instead of trying to convince people you're better at X, Y, or Z, convince them that you do X, Y, and Z differently. It's a lot easier to sell that, and it helps with pricing. In other words, you don't want to be the expensive version of the same thing. You want to be the valuable version of a different thing. That's a lot healthier for your close rate. This is what it looks like. If you'd like the rest of this deck, sign up for my course. So check out my course. It's on GarrettMaragut.com, and we have over an hour and a half video. I'm interviewing our SVP of strategy who's involved in all these big pitches. You'll get to hear how he thinks, how he approaches it, as well as me spending over like an hour walking you through every slide and why. So if you enjoyed this, check out the course. Hopefully this video was helpful and you get to see most of what a high-level pitch looks like.